Hey, it's Mike Jacob coming to you from Jerusalem with our thought for the week. First of all, happy Chanukah. I wanted to share with you a thought, a theme, and a message that we see in Chanukah, and at the same time, we see this theme and message in our parsha this week. The question we could ask is why, in the end of the day, is Yehuda, of all the brothers, he becomes, so to speak, the leader, the firstborn. He takes on that role, and nobody else does. Reuven's not considered the leader of the Jewish people. So we see the answer in this week's parsha. There's a number of examples throughout the different parshas, but basically we know the story. They were down in Egypt with Yosef to get food. Yosef says, you can go back, but you'd better not come back unless you bring Binyamin. So they go back to the land of Israel. They run out of food again. The brothers say, we got to go back to Egypt. We got to take Binyamin. Yaakov says, no way. Reuven tells Yaakov, we got to go back to Egypt and get more food. We got to take Binyamin. Yaakov says, no way. Binyamin's not going until Yehuda comes and says great words. Anochi ervenu miyadi tevakshenu. I'm going to take it on my shoulders. I'm going to take responsibility to make sure Binyamin comes back. And that was Yehuda's way of thinking throughout. He took responsibility, he took initiative, and that's why he became the great leader of the Jewish people. The king came through him, Mashiach eventually comes through Yehuda. And that's certainly what we see in the story of Chanukah. The Greek army had invaded the land of Israel. They were spiritually decimating the character of the Jewish people. You know, people didn't know what to do until the Hashmonaim, the Maccabees, came along and says, we're going to take it on our shoulder. We're going to take on these Greeks. And ultimately they won. And we got Chanukah out of it. And they saved the Jewish spirit. They saved the Jewish people because they took responsibility and initiative to save the Jewish people. And, in our day and age, they're modern-day Maccabees. They're modern-day people that are taking responsibility and taking the initiative to keep the Jewish people going, to keep Torah going, to do chesed within Klal Yisrael. Certainly, primarily, in terms of modern-day Maccabees, the people that are really taking responsibility are the people that are sitting and learning and keeping the spiritual nature of the Jewish people alive and thriving in the great yeshivas in Eretz Yisrael and elsewhere. So that's one initiation responsibility, but there's plenty of people out there, like my sister does amazing kiruv work in Baltimore with her husband, Debbie and David, and there's a lot of guys that are watching this that I know. Binyamin Lerner, my executive producer, is very involved with Camp Simcha, guys like Soroka and Zvi Haber and Yossi Krasner. They're doing amazing work with Chai Life On. They're guys that are taking things on their shoulders, responsibility and initiative to do great chesed within the Jewish people. And all of us have to ask ourselves, what are we doing? What responsibility am I putting on my shoulders to ensure the continuity of the spirituality of the Jewish people and the great chesed work that's done within the Jewish people? In that way, we follow in the footsteps of Yehuda, and Yehuda at the time of the Shvatim, and the Maccabees and the Hashmonaim, and in that way we continue their legacy, and we take responsibility and initiative. Happy Chanukah. Have a good Shabbos.